This is the first day for a new nurse that we just hired from out of state. And I just met her a few hours ago, and she said, she woke up this morning, looked out her window, and just said, if people only knew.
The views, the majestic views, people have no clue what Alaska looks like. You cannot, it doesn't look like the pictures. It's 10 times better than the pictures.
The Southeast region is essentially the panhandle of Alaska. I think what makes it unique from the rest of Alaska is it has a more temperate climate. It has the maritime climate, so our winters are shorter. We don't get as much heavy snowfall. People live right on the water. No one really lives interior. You can't get that far from the water and find a place to live.
You have to be open for the adventure and for the possibilities. So it's not for sissies.
We're going to do a presentation with the students on graduation and drunk driving. There are a lot of consequences.
I like the preventative care pieces. I like the teaching aspects. You know, I like working with, the cultures of the smaller populations of people. Many relationships change. But there are a lot of people, that live here and have grown up here, and I've built relationship with them. I have friends in the community, I feel like I have an investment here now. Yeah, I could get emotional. That's not good. You really get to help people a lot in all different facets of their life.
Set up shop for the day, and people come in and immunize folks and provide family planning services and do well child exams and pack up and go home in the evening. Come on, girls. It'll take about 4 to 5 months for them to start learning. When I get home from work, I like to go and take care of my little hens. So I call them my Zen hens. They take me to a Zen place.
I really like the fact that I can mow my grass and look up at a snow-covered mountain. I like nature, have not always been a person who's liked or adored domestic animals, but everyone here has an animal. I wasn't exposed to that as a child, and so I have since living here become pet-friendly, and I love seeing the wildlife.
We have 7 health centers in Haines, Juneau, Ketchikan, Sitka, Petersburg, Wrangell, and Craig.
Southeast Alaska is a special place. You have to be flexible, you have to love the outdoors, you have to love to travel. Travel can be a challenge at times. You might be on ferry boats, you might be on smaller boats. All the nurses we have here are very adventurous, they're very independent, they're resourceful.
A lot of parents have a lot of questions about development, and I like being able to go through those questions, kind of alleviate most fears. Most children do very well on those, and if they don't, most of them it's just an early catch, and we can say, these are some things to work on, and give some pointers. So I just like the education, but also reassuring parents of what they're doing right. Just pass all the areas.
Being a public health nurse, you see the overview of who the community is as a whole. We do a lot of outreach and working with different groups. So for me, one of the highlights of working here is really connecting and helping providers connect with the people that we see.
Okay, sounds like very classic Giardia to me.
You need to be knowledgeable because people trust their public health nurse. And usually when we go in and we're asked for our advice, it's good, it's right, and we tell it on a level that's understandable. We accept people where they are. And right where they are is where we are.
It helps to see it when we put water on it. We think that there's a bird up here and possibly eating an octopus down below.
Today we saw petroglyphs. It's such an honor to be here and to be a witness to all of that. It is a very special experience to be part of this culture.
You have to love people, be willing to understand different points of view, and not be judgmental, because there are many different lifestyles and ways of thinking. And as a public health nurse, we work with all people.
People who really like to get out and do things, because if you don't like to stand on a float plane dock in the rain waiting for the plane, you're going to be unhappy. You've got to have that flexibility to be outside and be able to dress for the weather and go places and do things, because that's how you're going to get the work done.
Cover that eye, okay. Can you read that line?
For me, this is an adventure. I'm 52 years old. I have just a week ago retired from my other public health position of 31 years. You have to understand that I went from graduating from college, getting married, raising children, got them settled in life, and this is my adventure. This is what, for the next 5 to 10 years, this is what I want to do.